Welcome to 2 on the 10.
Oh, we back again, baby. 2 on the 10. I'm Paul.
I'm Mitch.
Greedy Nick.
Greedy.
Oh yeah. This gonna be a good one, man. We had a lot since we've been gone. We've had some stuff going on, But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But like we always do, how you doing, man? How you feeling?
Well, actually,
You beat, huh?
if I'm honest, I'm tired of shit right now, to be honest with you. But I'm here. I'm representing.
This motherfuckers have been traveling. Well, California, I call it traveling,
Well,
but I'll let you tell that later. But definitely figure out why Mr. Titano's been.
He got a little 2C in his cup.
Wake him up. Look, I love that.
Shout out to 2C. Definitely.
2C energy, baby.
We're gonna have to use that one.
Yeah, no,
I
definitely.
like that one. Good stuff, Nick. But since you got all the witty comments today, let's start and see how was your weekend, man.
It was shitty. I had to work.
Bro, you had to work
I had
this
to work.
weekend?
So here's the thing. Here's the thing about me.
Salvation Army's open on the weekends?
No, so
You got to wear the Santa suit?
So I've been doing my job, a long time, 21 years. And unlike a lot of people that work in just an any day job, I care about my customers and I care about the people that, help pay my bill. So we have a customer in Tucson that's been having some issues for like 2 weeks straight. And they're like,
Are they dating issues?
can we get Nick down there?
Dating issues?
No,
You didn't answer the
with their
question.
product. They're like, can we get Nick down there next week? Well, this week I'm booked up. There's no chance I was getting down to Tucson.
Right.
So they were like, I talked to the guy on the phone with the manager, and we were talking about it, and he was like, yeah, he's like, I got all this work I need to get done. So I was like, are you in on Saturday? He's like, I can be. I'm like, well, I'll come down on Saturday. We can take a look, see if we can fix it.
So just for our audience, let's clarify. What kind of work are you doing down by the border?
Can't spit that information, but so I ended up me and the manager went down on Saturday and
The manager.
spent like
Just put it this way. Him and the dude on Breaking Bad.
we spent about
They look alike.
6.5 hours down there. Unfortunately, didn't get it fixed, so it was kind of a waste of a trip. But it looked good for the customer at least, which wasn't my intent. My intention was try to get him working, but so I spent basically my whole Saturday down there, and
Do you at least get some EGs, maybe?
we didn't even eat. We drove in. I was thinking we're gonna be there. I'm like, this should be quick. I'll fix it in an hour. Didn't happen that way. Ended up being there like 6 hours. I'm like, let's just get back. I wanted to get back.
You didn't eat?
No.
What, are you one of them bulimics now?
No, so I drove back. I ate when I got home, but I'm still on the no carb kick.
Okay.
So it's been 10 days now.
I hear you.
So I'm gonna tell you. So normally, like, I don't know if any of you guys get it. I get like the red like bumps all over the back of my arms. So like all the time, like I always have like red bumps on the back of my arms. My arms always feel like
You get
like
tested
bumpy.
for that?
No, it's just like a.
Need some of the
it's like a
Cillin.
skin.
Some of that Cillin.
It's like a skin. It's like a skin. Just a skin condition. So
Oh, yeah. Hey, that'll be too. Got a skin condition.
Oh, they call me.
no.
Hey, Magic Johnson press conference. I got a skin condition.
No, but here's the thing. You guys can make your jokes, but so after about 7 days of no carbs, they totally go away.
Okay.
So probably some type of gluten intolerance or something in whatever I'm eating normally.
And you notice you got to take some time off because your antibiotics got
No. 7 to 10 days, let that Cillin kick in. Been hanging around. Probably cut yourself at Pickle Park.
That might be. That'd be a rash in a different spot.
Shit, that's just fucking.
That'd be a rash in a different spot.
So no, man. We won't joke about your health.
No. So, but it's weird, like cutting out the carbs. No breads, no pastas, no pizza, no rice, no beans, no nothing.
So you
Just
notice a big difference?
Meat, vegetables, and cheese is all I've really had for like 10 days. And yeah, I just already lost like 7 pounds in
There you
10
go.
days.
There you go.
So, and then like I said, my skin cleared up. I feel better.
Okay.
I have more energy. So it's weird. It's just I'm gonna try to go till the weekend. I'm gonna have my little cheat day this weekend.
There you go.
And get a couple things. Just maybe on Saturday, get some food that I want.
Hey, anybody want to get pizza afterwards? For the show? Oh.
Hey,
Gilbert pizza?
no, the worst part, the other night, I'm starving and I want to eat, so I ate some like string cheese and sat in the house, and I'm just like watching TV, getting ready to go to bed. It's like 9:30. My girl is in the room. babe, can you make me some popcorn?
Oh wow.
And like popcorn, the smell, and I was
That's
like,
more addictive than crack.
oh, what?
Popcorn?
Hey, I don't know how I didn't eat it, but I was like just cooking it and it's popping, and then I open it and smelling it fresh, like right at the
I'm glad you don't cook my popcorn at the movie theater.
Hey, you ever had poured bacon grease all over popcorn? You ever had that? I'm saying try it. It's some next level orgasmic shit.
Also,
It's that month.
cardiac arrest shit.
Hey, between enjoying that kernel and dying and grabbing your chest, it's
I'm talking about some butter and some bacon.
hey, these are new extreme sports now.
Bro,
It used to be
I'm trying
bungee jumping and skydiving,
trying to-
and now it's like
When you get older, it's eating bacon fat on popcorn, bacon grease on
clutching your chest the whole time.
popcorn. Am I gonna make it?
But that shit is fire, bro. That shit's so fucking fire. You gotta try it.
Hey, listen to the Paul, but you don't have to be a thrill seeker.
Hey, your chest will be on fire right before you drop.
Bro, I know. I grown up. I don't know how you guys grew up, but I grew up like, man, my grandma, she used to have like, we used to keep the bacon grease because he used to cook it. And man, I'm telling you, I grew up, when you're a kid, you can fucking damn near eat anything, man. But she cooked everything in fucking bacon grease. That shit was so fucking good, man. I noticed why food tastes so good back when we were growing up. You put bacon on all that shit.
I used to walk around with a straw. What's that? Milkshake? Oh, bacon grease.
Bacon grease shot. He's at the bar with vodka, shooting him.
Don't tell me bacon. Man, that
bacon
shit's so bad for you, but it's so motherfucking good. You listen. There's only one sandwich I don't like that I'm considered. Well, you have to consider bacon meat, but like if you're gonna fix a sandwich, you put the little pastrami or the turkey or whatever chicken on there. There's only one. A BLT I can fix, and you don't need no meat on that bitch because of the bacon. You put enough bacon strips on that shit is so.
That is meat.
That shit is so fucking fire.
Oh yeah, no, that's amazing. I got to get rid of the tea though. I can't stand the tomato.
Tomato, yeah. I always order sandwiches like no onions, no tomato.
No onions, no tomatoes.
I don't know why. I mean, I do. You know what I do? I like sautéed onions.
Yeah.
Tomatoes, or grilled tomatoes. I do. They ain't too bad.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I'm, but
I can't do it like if I'm going to do like a hamburger or some shit. I can't do that. Fuck
Hell
that.
no.
I take all that shit off.
Yeah,
meat.
fucks up your whole burger. You know what I'm saying? But now, is that your weekend, man?
And that's it. Nothing exciting and no good food spots because I just. I will say this: on Sunday, I went to the grocery store. I bought a ton of food.
Cheese sticks.
And I food prepped. I cooked Sunday night like 5 meals. Put them in the fridge.
There you go.
So that's I've been basically.
It's funny that you've been talking about because I'm thinking about going. I've been looking at that carnivore diet because that's one thing I can't give up no meat, bro.
That's basically all I've ate is like turkey, chicken. I did grill up like 5 hamburgers.
Right.
And I've been just when I'm hungry, I just pull out like a patty and eat it as like a snack all week.
So what you're saying is you enjoy putting meat in your mouth.
Yes, I love
Pause.
a good steak,
Pause.
a good steak,
Pause.
or a burger.
Y'all are wild, bro. Y'all
Hey, Mitch is wild. He's got problems.
are wild.
I'm just trying to clarify for the audience because they're sitting here sending these in as we're talking, asking, "What's Greedy talking about?" I'm confused.
He's back. He gets back from hometown and
He's on one.
he's on one. I don't know. He might be still drunk a little bit. I don't know.
Something going on. Little residuals.
Yes.
But nah, man, I'm the same way because I took a few days off. I told you over 4th of July, man, I hit that shit hard. So kind
Pause.
of I let that body kind of recover. You got to listen to your body because if you don't, that shit will shut your ass down, especially like as we get older. You know what I'm saying? So I rested, but you put me on to a fucking show that I've been binge watching the fuck out of.
Right,
Oh my
right.
God, bro.
Bro, amazing, right?
That shit is
What
so,
show?
fucking
Mayor of
the
Kingstown.
The Mayor of Kingstown.
Ooh, can we clap it up, Nick?
Yeah. That show
Yeah.
is Jeremy Ritter is probably like one of my favorite actors,
Me too,
and
me
he
too.
does an amazing fucking job in the
yeah,
show.
yeah.
I don't know how the fuck I didn't know. When
No,
it
me
first
neither.
came out. Like,
Me neither.
Like I slept on it because this shit is. What I like about this show is every episode. It's
Yeah.
no episode's boring. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm waiting for like how it's like 1 or 2 episodes to set up the big episode.
No, they went right in.
No. Like every fucking episode, there's something fucking like big happening, and the fucked up thing is they'll leave you on a cliffhanger.
I
You know
know.
what I'm saying? I don't want to ruin for folks about how Jeremy Ritter became the mayor. It's fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
No,
but
yeah.
it sets off a whole chain of reaction off stuff. You know what I'm saying? And man, that show, the prison riot.
And what's it on?
So
Prime.
it's on Paramount.
Okay,
it's on Paramount
yeah.
Plus.
Yeah.
But the way you should, if you don't have Paramount Plus, we have the movie stick. Check it out on the movies instead of watching the movie. Watch the TV series.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's on there. So now, because I was hitting up my mom at Paramount. I was like, Mom, what's your password?
Yeah.
Because at first I was on there and you were having to watch the commercials. I was like, this ain't gonna work. I got to get through this bitch. So I figured it out.
How long are the episodes?
30 to 40 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, about 40. Yeah, about 40. 45 minutes.
I'll tell you, there's only a few things that have me yearning for like more. And it reminds me when a different style. When Entourage was on, I was like, okay, I need another one.
Right.
That's what this shit does.
Yeah, no, man, like I said, I liked it this weekend because I just hung out in the pool with my girl. Like I said, we were both just taking a little sobriety break, and so only thing we do is like order food and watch shows, and we start binge watching. Man, she got me on that show. You got me on that show. Yeah. She got me on another show called The 100. You can check that out.
I don't know. I love that show.
No, you see that show?
I went all the way up to like the ninth season.
Or it's only a 7th season.
Was it 7? Well, I went to the 9.
I was like, how you gonna
ahead of the game,
extra 2 seasons of that bitch?
Is it really only?
Yeah. Only
then I went to like the 7th season, then it stopped.
Gotcha.
It's addicting too.
Yeah. So that's another show that I'm watching both of those back. Like I switch off nights and shit like that. Like last night I was watching the 100. I watched like 5-6 episodes. Just sit there. But man, the Mayor of Kingstown, that shit is so wild. Like
it reminds me of the best. When the Shield was popping.
Yeah, the Shield. It has a little bit of the Wire, feel to it.
Yep.
It just I liked it. By the dynamic is it's kind of real life stuff. How the inside gangs kind of run the outside gangs and stuff like that, and then we know they got a Mayor of Phoenix running around somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's just amazing how one man. First of all, he's respected. On both sides, on the criminal side, on the law enforcement side. And they both go to him for free.
Let him in, he's good.
Yeah. It's just crazy, you know what I'm saying? So how he's just respected in there, and then, but like I said, the first episode is gonna be, be heartbreaking. So just get yourself right. I'm not gonna ruin it for people who haven't seen it, but the first episode will be heartbreaking. But like I said, you get past that one.
It sets you up for everything else.
Yeah. Well, like I said,
it makes you invest. You're like, okay, oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in. I'm in.
I mean, it again. It's like I'm not comparing it to Game of Thrones, but again, it's when Game of Thrones. What hooked me when I first watched it is they were killing main characters in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And that's the crazy motherfucker because they do some of the shit in fucking American Kingstown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of the characters that you think, oh, I ain't gonna get fucking smoked up in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, it definitely keeps you on standby.
Yeah, definitely. But it shows all the different factions between you got the Bloods and the Crips, and you got the Mexicans, and and then you got the Aryans and shit. It's wild, bro. It's wild as fuck. But you gotta check it out, man. It's a good show. Good. Thank you for putting me up on that one because I definitely want a good series to watch. And like I said, go check that shit out, Jimmy Ritter.
Just pace yourself because otherwise you'll F up like we did. We love this shit so much. We kept going.
Got you, and
now we're waiting each Sunday for the next episode because it's still running.
Oh, really? Is it still running?
Yeah, it's still running.
Okay, so season 4 is out now.
Yeah. Season 4 is out.
Got you. I see what you're saying. Because
or it's season 3, episode 8 or something. That's what it is, maybe.
Really? Okay, because I can watch season 3 right now.
Okay, yeah. You can watch season 3, but each week they add an episode. They show the show on Sunday, and you can catch the episode on Monday.
Okay, got you. I see what's happening. I guess there was a little. Before I turn it over to you, I guess there was a little break because I didn't know this until my mom told me Jeremy Ritter got run over by a fucking snowplow.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so that's why they had to stop the show for a little while.
Yeah,
so that's why they got a little break in between.
He almost lost his life.
Yeah.
So they got a little. How the fuck he run him by a snowplow, bro?
It's Hollywood.
I guess he had it. He was like, he jumped out of it. He thought he put it in the park. He jumped out of it to do something. It started rolling. And he tried to jump back in, and he slipped, and then he just went underneath and just went right over the top of him, and crushed his whole body.
God damn!
They didn't think he was gonna make it and shit, and then they told him he might not ever walk again, and
Then he made that deal, and now he's back.
Yeah, now it's back. Drink some adrenochrome and he's good.
Yeah.
Hey.
That and I don't know. And then sell something, but we'll talk about that shit.
Even though we're just kind of joking on that one. Let's make sure no one runs with that. I don't even want to say allegedly because that wasn't even.
Yeah.
No, that was straight joke.
Yeah.
Comedy.
Comedy hour.
Yeah.
Weekend here.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right, man. How was your?
Well, shit. Speaking of mayor of Kingstown, I went.
You mayor of Vallejo. How was the mayor of Vallejo? You went back.
Well,
Went back to Vallejo,
back
California
home.
this weekend.
You know, unfortunately, I didn't go back home on on terms you like.
Right.
You always want to go back home, see your friend's family, on your terms.
Right.
One of my best friends in high school, Ty Foote, again, rest in peace, man.
Yes, rest in peace,
Yeah, I had
Ty
his services, so I went out there. They asked me to speak at the funeral. So
Really?
Okay.
Okay.
So I said some words.
Okay.
I thought like everybody, it was cool, man, because. I don't want to say it was cool, but it was cool to have been asked to do that. Mm-hmm. And then have 3 days, like I'm on the plane and I'm just thinking and trying to formulate something that I felt would do him justice.
Right.
It brought back a lot of memories, stuff I'd forgotten.
Oh, wow.
Things that, you don't realize and stuff. And so after about 3 or 4 pieces, I got it ready and was able to say it, yesterday actually.
That's dope.
And so, people were coming up to me, including like a second grade teacher. You did an amazing job. His son, shout out to Lorenzo. He killed it. He sang a song. He's a doctor now. He's killing it. He goes to Columbia.
Okay.
What
do you pass up?
To be honest with you, he had some medical issues. I'll just say that.
Okay.
He had medical issues the last like 4 to 6 years.
Okay.
In the end, then like he was in the hospital for a couple months, but I still don't know the circumstances because he basically fell out in his kitchen and didn't get back up. Just fell and didn't get back up.
Gotcha.
So
how many folks ended up coming? A lot of cats.
Well, first of all, there was a lot. There was probably like about 100. Okay. But in the same token, it wasn't announced, and I don't know that it was supposed to be. So I stayed out of announcing the.
Got you.
Other than close friends that I knew,
Right, the new.
I kind of kept it to myself. So it was kind of 100 people were so intimate setting though. Mm-hmm. They did the Veterans Hall in Vallejo, and everybody, we got to, and then afterwards, we got to reminisce, and kind of like everybody shared their stories. There was a gang, well, I don't say a gang, but a group I used to, I grew up with, and we all went back to somebody's house, about 20 of us, and just kind of caught up because I ain't seen a lot of these cats in like 20 years,
Gotcha.
So
they're still living in Vallejo.
Most of them are out.
Oh, really? Okay.
In fact, we talk about how the stuff we were running around doing, we could not get away with nowadays.
Gotcha.
Two, we were very fortunate to live when we did over there.
Right.
And even more so. Like, first of all, I touched down that first night. Obviously I linked up with Raj and my cousins Marshall and Jared, who man, I love them dudes. They're obviously they're literally family. And so they're like, Mitch, when you get in town, just come to my house and we'll just hang out. We don't even need to go to the bar. Just, we can I could cook, grill, or we just order pizza. So we ended up ordering round tables. But here's what's crazy. So we're in my cousin's garage, and he lives in a pretty decent neighborhood in Vallejo. Mm-hmm. But Vallejo's only 116,000 people, so you can get to every part of Vallejo in 15 minutes, basically. Mm-hmm. So everything's close, And so we're sitting in the garage, and he's telling me how just 2 weeks ago, the neighbor down the street, 3 doors down, the youngsters pulled up ski masks. He said they ran across his lawn with ski masks and a pistol, ran into the garage and pistol whipped some girl, and then basically jacked them, or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then 2 weeks earlier than that, they jacked some other dude about 5-6 doors down the other way.
Wow. And
I'm sitting there going, hey, and we're sitting there, it's like 6, gonna be 6 a night, 7 a night. Mm-hmm. We're in the garage is halfway open.
Yeah.
I go, so we cool here? He goes, yeah, we should be. We should be. I go, should be.
Yeah.
And then one of my crazy cousins, he always rolls strapped. And then he went out to take off for a second. He was gonna be back. And then it's funny, my other cousin goes, man, here, just take this. Cocks a 40 cal, has it ready to go, no safety, no nothing. Hey, clip, it's all set to go. Hey, put the paper over it. Just grab it if you need it. I'm sitting sipping on beer. Shout out. I can say, but man. And then then I guess somebody else, Roger, said something about I was coming back. So one of my partners from 4th grade on through high school, My partner Jacob showed up. He showed up with the Hennessy White.
Okay. Yeah.
Hennessy White's nice, man. I'm not a Hennessy guy anymore.
Right.
But Hennessy White is nice.
Yeah. You like that white Hennessy, huh?
The Hennessy White.
I always get like they don't even make it here.
No, you got
Out of the country. Yeah. Every time you go out of the country, so every time I come back from somewhere overseas, I always grab some because my mom, she loved her some white Hennessy.
Yep.
So I always bring back like 2 bottles for her for sure.
I didn't even know there was white Hennessy.
Oh, bro, this shit. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna tell you a little funny story. I mean, and I'll let you get back.
Yeah, of course.
But actually, the white Hennessy tastes really good. But they say it's like the bottom of the barrel Hennessy. It's not supposed to be high level Hennessy for real. And so that's why they said they don't. This is just what I heard. It could be urban legend, whatever. That's why they don't sell it in the States, is because it's supposed to be not up to the par for U.S. consumption or whatever. I call bullshit on that because, matter of fact, the white Hennessy tastes better.
Way better.
Than the regular Hennessy.
Way better.
And I normally, like I said, it's like
smoother.
Yeah. And it's like a fucking. When I get a bottle of it, it's like it's a special occasion every time I crack it open. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. That's what cats were telling me about it, and I was like, "Are you sure?" So I was like, "It's something I got to look up." But that's what I was just letting you know. That's what they tell me. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Every time I come like when I go to Greece, when I come back in, I'm grabbing me a couple bottles because like I said, my mom loves some. I love that shit. If y'all want to come, let me know.
It was nice. It was cool to see my partner bring it. That I know since 4th grade on through high school and college, and so he came through because that was love. So we were just chilling, and we ended up polishing off that bottle. We had a bottle of Lalo tequila there, and I brought some Sapporos and some other beers and shit. Modelo, I guess Modelo has a light beer now, which I brought.
What?
Modelo 1 or Modelo whatever, and I bought some of that.
Modelo got a light beer?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was cool. Well, let me just say, man, back home in Vallejo, this shit is getting crazier and crazier. And I know I talk about that. That's my city, my hometown. But it just seems like it's getting crazier and hitting closer to home and more often. Like, so not only the crazy stuff, that you got to have your head on a swivel. You always got to be looking, you got to, because basically they're setting people up out there. Like there's certain stores that people go to. There's a Filipino bakery that people go to, I guess. And the youngsters will sit there and they'll watch, like especially for females, grandmas, different things like that, see what cars they drive, and then follow them, home. And when they go to get in their garage or whatever, that's when they rush them with the pistols and everything else.
Now, here's my thing. If they're driving a nice car, are they jacking them? If they're driving a beater, are they fucking with them?
They're definitely trying to say, I don't want to speak because some of these kids are just evil and they're down for whatever. But honestly, the ones that are they're trying to get, quote unquote, a weaker suspect, a weaker victim, set it up, and then they're also trying to make sure there's some money. So they're looking for the flash or and stuff. So a couple things. While I was there, and this was on Tuesday, they were telling me about a girl that just got shot and killed earlier that day in Vallejo. And I was riding around those streets. I was there probably, again, within an hour of when that happened. I guess didn't realize it. And so, and they were, and then the next morning, my cousin, Jared, he actually lets me know that was his partner, like this girl that he went on the Jenny Jones show with, acting like a couple back in the late '90s.
Right.
Rest in peace. Well, again, let me take one step back because I guess as of yesterday, she was. They still had her on the machine, even though she's brain dead. But I'm just gonna say prayers out to her and stuff. Yeah. And I think it's just a matter of time. Unfortunately, they're gonna pull that. But here's what it was over too. She pulls up to the liquor store again, allegedly, opens the door, and it dings somebody's door. And the dude gets pissed, starts talking shit, pulls out a gun, fires some shots.
Oh, wow.
I guess she takes off. I guess she's hit or whatever. She takes off. He chases her and continues to fire at her and whatever. I guess she crashes. I guess he crashes and flees or whatever. All over a ding door.
Right.
So,
first of all, I don't understand that. Unless you roll around in a stolen car, your registration going to lead you right back to the crib.
Oh yeah.
So again, if she dies, now it goes from attempted murder to murder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Your life is over.
Your car, you have no car now. It's impounded. All sorts of shit. You affect other people's lives if you haven't had a conscience, but you wouldn't be doing that shit if you did. No, I get it.
So are they wilding like that all over the Bay?
Well, Yeah, pretty much. I mean, pretty much. I mean, for especially cities like Oakland, Richmond for sure, Oakland, EPA. I mean, it's.
I mean, what do you think? I mean, what do you think is going on out there? Is it lack of opportunity?
I mean,
or is it not enough jobs or not enough money? I mean, because I mean that's fucking right next to Silicon Valley. I mean,
exactly.
You know
But these people that are doing this shit have nothing to do with Silicon Valley.
Okay, right.
I mean, they again, and I think it's almost even. It's a few things. Like I said before, we touched on it. I mean, honestly, it's taking God out of everything. You know what I mean? Like that's the trickle down effect you're going to get.
Okay.
And I don't care. I don't want to get religious with people. But let's at least get spiritual. If you take something that has a positive effect or should have a positive effect or keep people balanced or keep people in check, even on a what if, that's going to be so much better than trying to push your chest out and go, I don't believe that, so whatever else. Let me, people don't have a consequence. Like they don't fear that. They also, with the social media world, they sit there and they feel that they ain't shit because half the things that are fake that they're watching, they feel they're not worthy of, can never get that, and they're valuing the wrong things. They resent the people that have them. They want a quick fix to get them, and they feel that they're on borrowed time, don't even respect themselves, so how are they going to respect others? So while I'm on this borrowed time, let me rob, cheat, steal, let's push the limit.
Gotcha.
And again, but I'll tell you what they aren't ready for. They're not ready. They'd rather probably die, and I don't want to speak for them, but they're not ready to go to prison.
Right, okay.
Because they're going to be the biggest bitches in prison because there you don't have a handgun.
Right, yeah.
There you don't have numbers and stuff. But again, you can't, and again, there's also, I hate to be that way, but the trickle down effect of thinking you have 5 to 10 lives playing video games,
Gotcha.
The music, the video games, the drugs, the lack of hope,
Right.
all that shit, the social media, again, all the shit that's being glorified,
Right.
and then add on the fact that I don't want to get too much. We'll talk politics. Well, we won't talk politics necessarily or whatever. But California's not even. I mean, they're underfunded, and they're not even. People know they can do certain crimes, and get away with them.
Yeah, I mean, I think you sent a sign to us. We're in a group chat, and I think you sent a sign to us that says, like thefts have to be over $1,600 or something.
$1,000,
$1,000 or something like that.
for them to prosecute.
Yeah, for them to prosecute was crazy. Like, I mean, so if you keep your crime under fucking, they're not gonna fuck with you.
I mean, that's what it seems like. And then they walk into malls with 20 people, all ski masks, and they all grab one thing under $1,000 each. You know what I mean? And then and it's like that's what it seems like. And then they run, and it's just crazy, man. But so let me jump from that real quick, and we can touch on that, or the ideals of that. But a couple more things, like heard another girl got shot in. Right down the street again too within the last couple of weeks, and then my cousin runs a construction. He has a team on his construction company he works for.
Right.
One of his employees, his son, who's like 23, 24, I guess was going to a party in the last month or so in Vallejo. I guess he was at the party wearing his jewelry or whatever. And I guess some people followed him home. When he got to the crib, they shot and killed him and robbed him.
Oh fuck, bro.
I mean, 23 years old.
That's crazy.
And this is all happening. They're telling me about all this in the conversations, everything else. Shit, I even found out the Target because I was talking to Tomar for a second. He goes, "Hey, is the Target open again?" I go, "Yeah, why?" I go, "But they did have like this big police car right in the front, sitting in front of Target, like underneath the awning, like it's just sitting there."
Okay.
And I go, "Why? What's up?" He goes, "Well, they closed it about 6 months ago because someone bombed it." Like
Somebody bombed it?
Yeah, like I said, threw some Maltel cocktails and shit, and
Holy
it burned like
fuck.
it burned like part of the store. Like
They gonna fuck around and close Vallejo as a city. They keep
it's again not trying to make oversell it, but this is the shit that that's been going on. It's crazy, man. So I'm glad I got to visit. Glad I got to catch up. Oh, food spot wise, obviously glad I went to. That's another thing I touch on too. So I hit a burrito truck up. Of course, that one with the giant ass $20 burrito was $22 now, but it was bro. That shit was so big. I cut it in. They cut it in half.
It's bigger than your head.
Yeah.
Damn. That's a big weight, 40
That's a
pounds?
big ass burrito.
What's that weigh, like 40 pounds, 50 pounds burrito?
I'm gonna tell you, when I ordered, the girl's like, "Are you sure you want? You know how big?" I go, "Yeah, no. Oh, I'm gonna take some to go. Or, whatever." I put one part in my fridge. Each one cut in half was bigger than any burrito I've had out here, like anyone.
Right.
And each one of the burrito at $22, worth every penny.
Right.
And so I went there. When I first touched into town, hit Saks Hot Dogs, got my cheese dogs, was chopping up with the owner.
Right.
Like, man, can we get a franchise in Arizona? He starts laughing. And then, of course, I did Bud's Burger last night real quick. I wasn't going to because Bud's just kind of fell off a little. I love it, but it fell off a little.
Right.
And then
Not as good as when we first went?
no, nothing is right now, man.
Gotcha.
And then I had to do a spot that I really didn't fuck with because it's so busy all the time. But it wasn't busy this morning. On the way out, Joy of Eating Cafe is a good breakfast, spot. But one thing that all three had in common, which is kind of scary, I went to Saks about 12:30.
Yeah.
There was 2 people there.
Gotcha.
Like usually there's a line out the building.
Gotcha.
I went to Bud's at 6 o'clock last night. There was one other person in there when I got there.
Gotcha.
And I went to Joy Eating this morning. There were 3 people in there eating, and the lady was like, "Man, it has been insanely slow."
Now it's been slow because people afraid to go out and eat and shit.
I'm sure it's that, and it's also the inflation, and it's also, it costs so much to live in the Bay Area. You really gotta watch your pocketbook,
Gotcha.
and shit. It's catching up to here. To where it's like I catch myself now all of a sudden looking at what I'm spending,
Right.
Because I'm being a little more calculated. I never used to have to do that shit,
No, I got you.
Just whatever it is, we'll deal with it,
Yeah.
Just make more money. Now it's like.
Yeah, I get you. I fucking coupon shop the other day.
So last thing, had a good trip. Just got off the plane. Basically, came here afterwards. I was tired of shit. Wanted to call out, but the show must go on, and and everything. So no, it was a good trip. Got to and again got to reminisce over my boy. Got to see my cousins. Got to get in and out of Vallejo, and got home safe. Oh, and one last thing too. Sorry. Got the experience of driving my first electric car. I never fucked with an electric car. And so when I went into my rental car to pick up my rental car, I picked one of the things on Priceline where it's like, oh, they'll surprise you when you get there or whatever, And it was like $60 a day, right?
Right.
And so the older lady at the counter goes, she goes, oh, you want a pickup truck? Because I did want a truck. I was thinking, I just get a truck so people might not fuck with it. You know what I mean? Like just park it, whatever. Make sure nothing's in it so I don't get bipped or whatever.
Right.
And she goes, you want a truck or do you want an electric car? And I looked on the lot before I got in there, and they had the Kia, electrics, and they had Teslas. I'm like, oh, maybe roll the dice. Maybe I'll get one of these Teslas or something, So I go out there, hey, 23, Tesla in there. I'm like, cool, dope. So I got that for like $60.
Right. It was a self-driving one or no?
No. It wasn't self-driving one. But here's the funny thing. About this. One, she told me that I could return it. I go, how many miles will this take me? She goes, 250. I go, what do I do to return? Just drop it back off. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So I get to the place, the keys in the car. They don't check you in the Bay Area. You just walk to the car, you go in it, you drive off, and they check you at the gate before you leave.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know how to drive this shit. It's like a big ass iPad. There's nothing else. There's no key place. There's nothing. I finally figured out. I start Googling this shit and YouTubing. I'm watching a video. Okay, just put the key and tap it twice, and then just hit this thing and drop this down. You're ready to go. And then I'm tripping because I don't hear an engine. You know what I mean? It's you don't hear shit. So now I'm like, and then so I pull out and I'm talking to the guy. I go, man, I've never driven one. Hey, these things will go fast. Don't go too fast. Whatever. He's like, I'm like, cool, whatever. So I'm taking off. That shit was fast.
Was it? Yeah.
But the weirdest part about it was, and I had to I'm driving through Oakland. I missed my turn. I got to be careful looking around, head on the swivel, but I'm trying to figure the car out. And what's it called? It was interesting because, like with the Tesla, first of all, the coolest thing about the Tesla was if you want to make a lane turn, you hit your signal, it'll show you the lane on the screen. It shows you the lane behind you on the screen each way. It's got cameras everywhere.
Yeah. And
then it also like if you again it has that thing where it shakes if you go into another screen lane or if you're trying to drift.
Right.
It lets you know. Here's the dopest one. You're sitting at the light. Your music's playing. Soon as the light turns green, it shuts your music down a little. It goes ding. And lets you know in case you're not looking.
Okay, gotcha.
Like it knows that shit. It has it all on the screen. It even has cars. It has pictures of cars coming by that aren't the cars, but they're the shapes of the cars.
Yeah.
So it has
there's a car next to you.
Yeah, it has all that shit. So that was dope. And then I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, no, it was. And then you just walk away. Like you just put the car in park. It's still engines running. You walk up. You walk away. It'll lock in a second when you're not there. As long as you have the clip. So that was interesting. I drove it back, and afterwards, kept it under the 250 or whatever. I think I was left it at 35. I got it at 75%. Left it at 35%.
Right.
So it was an interesting figuring that shit out.
Right.
And then I asked the girl. I go, hey, so I just dropped this off because here's the other thing. I was asking Roger them. He goes, man, Mitch, you don't really want to be sitting around for 15 minutes trying to charge that shit in Vallejo.
Right.
And he goes, and then you don't want to be sitting around charging it before the airport in Oakland. You know what I mean? Like, so where the fuck am I going to charge this shit at? You know? Plus, I go, well, the lady said I didn't have to charge, and I wasn't really going anywhere. And so I didn't have to pay for gas.
Gotcha.
But when I got there, the girl goes, no, you got to bring it back 70%. I go, the lady didn't say that. She said this. She goes, let me see your contract. She goes, you signed for it right here. I'm like,
wow.
This older lady, you know. So I go, man, okay, well, how bad are you going to break me over the head? Because I'm thinking it's going to be like $60, $80. For the, you know, they're going to write the terms of it.
Yeah.
And what's it called? The girl looked over. She goes, I'm going to say you brought it back at 75%. You're cool.
Okay.
I go, thank you. Like lifesaver. So,
gotcha.
So I got the experience driving a Tesla. I mean, again, I know some people, you know, have them in the shit, but for a person that never did, to sit there and try to figure out how to drive this shit, also in the Bay Area, also in the hood, or you know, driving around Oakland and then getting to Vallejo was interesting. But now I'm kind of sold on those shits.
Really?
And last thing,
They had a lot of charging stations around there?
I didn't see one, to be honest with you. I wasn't looking either.
Scary, bro.
And then what's funny too is I had my Uber driver that took me to the airport. He picked me up in a Tesla.
Okay.
I asked him how he does, how he likes it. He loves it. He gets a little better tips for it, whatever. And then he was telling me, you know, he goes, man, I pull in about $300 to $400 a night when I do this. You know.
I got you.
I'm like, so he's paying for his Tesla.
There you go.
So anyway, I'll leave it at that with everything.
Nick, don't you got an electric car?
No, I have a hybrid.
Hybrid, got you.
Yeah, so that was it. You know,
I got you.
Glad to be back.
So out there, well, long as you didn't get shot.
No, exactly.
But speaking of folks who did get shot,
Yeah.
while you was gone. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right, so
Talking about the craziness of America.
Yes,
It's not just in the Bay; it's everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So, you know, over the past week, well, I think while you were in Vallejo, man, your boy got shot, bro.
My boy. I mean, first of all, I think I'll speak for everybody on this that no matter who you like, who you're rooting for, who
you don't-
whatever
you don't-
politics,
you don't
that was it was a shocking moment, like when it was coming up.
Yeah. I mean, like I told you, so you know, we're speaking on, you know, Trump got assassination attempt on. Well, I would put it like this: alleged assassination attempt on former President Trump. For you guys didn't see it, you know, everybody saw it, but you know, he was doing a rally, and you know, guy took a shot at him. He took the first shot. He looked in that direction. The second shot nicked him in the ear. The other shots that he let off, just I don't know. They hit one dude, I guess, in the stands and shit, and then they finally.
Well, actually, 3 people in the stands were shot. One person killed. There's 2 still in the hospital. And last I heard, I don't know if there's any update there. They were both in critical condition. The other 2. So.
Got you. So he was just a terrible shot. Was just shooting in there, and then he got blown. Secret Service blew his head off.
And of course, it's like the Vegas shooting. They always show you the body with the. They always want to show you the guy laying face down, you know, with the scent on.
Blood all over him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know, it seems like we've been through this before. A couple things. First thing, I found out early, and I remember I sent it to you guys, that the shooter was in a BlackRock commercial.
Yes. It was they're definitely very interested.
Was that coincidence?
Yeah. So here's the thing. You know, immediately, like I said, I got notified. I was playing on Twitter and stuff like that, and it was coming across, and I was seeing. I thought people were playing around at first. I was like, man, this ain't. You know, I'm like, I'm not really fond of the dude, but you know, it's ain't no joking matter. And then all of a sudden, I realized it wasn't. I went to Google. And fucking find out the dude was shot. I didn't know the severity of it. It was kind of crazy.
Well, here's what's funny. Now they're saying, because TMZ said that it was just glass. He got cut because the glass shattered, backed up into his ear. And other people say he got shot. You know, again, I'm just throwing out the alleged.
Alleged. You know.
Hey, shot at. Let's just say that at least.
Oh, for
at the
sure.
very least.
Yeah. So Nick was telling me in agreement. I didn't even hear this. You know, I guess he shot the teleprompter, which then shattered the teleprompter, which then nicked his ear or whatever. Here's my thing, man. Like I said, I'm glad. I'm gonna say this on air. So everybody has. I'm glad the cat's not dead. I don't wish death on nobody, especially like that. But I'm questioning this whole thing here. First of all, I don't know if anybody's ever seen an AR bullet. Okay, the size of a big ass AR, right? If it clips your ear, I'm telling you right now, that motherfucker's coming off.
Yeah, you don't have an ear.
Right? Yeah.
But that's why I'm thinking it didn't. Like you said, like it either it hit the teleprompter and split the bullet and just a fragment hit him.
Yeah.
Or part of the tent, the glass shattered.
So this reminds me of when the Tupac shooting, and when people went back and forth, same shit. Oh, Suge got hit. No, he didn't. It was it was a fragment of the shell that went in the back of his head, and he would run around saying he got hit. It's kind of interesting how that's kind of working.
Right. I'm like, well, first of all, I'm like, damn, how fucking strong is that teleprompter? Because like I said, the velocity of that bullet, he was 100. He was 100 yards away, something like that.
150, I think.
Yeah, 150 yards away. First of all, I don't know. He had just bought the ammo right before the rally, which is crazy as shit to me. Like you can walk into any place. Now he didn't have any. Here's the thing. They did a background check on him. He didn't have any. He didn't have any priors or anything like that. So, he was able to get a. He went through the normal channels of getting. He obviously didn't.
Well, it was his dad's gun.
Well, no. He bought the ammo.
He bought the ammo, but the gun was his dad's gun.
Right. So obviously he ain't shoot the motherfucker or didn't know that ARs really aren't that fucking accurate from that type of distance. If you're gonna shoot somebody from that distance, I'm not telling you how to do this, but using a fucking rifle, you know what I'm saying? You're not using a fucking AR. It just you got to calculate to shoot a person from an AR. You got to fucking calculate like how the fucking bullet's gonna travel. And that's why they always have when people are shooting from long distance, they got a guy that's telling like the wind and all sort of shit, clicking and stuff like that, experienced shooters and shit like that. So obviously the kid's 20 years old. I don't know. I haven't heard any manifestos yet or anything. Any of you guys heard anything?
No, I heard that they got some stuff on him, but I heard that he was looking up both Trump and Biden. And that he had researched different events that Trump was going to be at. And supposedly, and I don't know if this is true, his plan was to try to kill both Trump and Biden.
Oh, wow.
So allegedly, that's what people are saying now. I don't know if that's true or not. He also had explosives in his vehicle. Supposedly he had explosives on him with a detonator. I saw them talking about that. He was kind of like a loner, like the lone wolf loser kind of kid that, a lot of these shootings seem to pop up with. But it definitely, they did say that the security of the event knew about him up 3 hours before the shooting. He originally tried to get through one of the checkpoints with a rangefinder.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Yeah. So they asked him about it, and I don't know if they let him in with it or not, or if he said it was a binoculars or something. But then they saw him again, and he was walking with a big bag. One of the snipers actually snapped a photo of him, and that's kind of the photo that you see where he's like half his face and his hair is kind of blowing. That was the actual photo from the sniper, which is weird because that was like one of the first photos I saw released. And how did they
got it quick, too.
Yeah.
See, this is what's funny. It reminds me, in some ways, of Vegas shooting. They got Paddock out quick. Just like, just like they did this guy. Right. They had his photo out quickly.
Right.
Quickly. And what's funny, too, is just a lot of just inconsistencies, a lot of things that you would think won't make sense. For example, okay, so the actual narrative from one of the Secret Service that spoke on it said that they weren't too concerned about the roof because it's slanted. They didn't want to put people up on the roof because it's slanted. Whatever.
It's not the best. It's not the best position to try to fire that kind of a sniper. But here's the thing.
Oh, and the cops. Let me just say this too. The cops were in charge of protecting that building, and instead of being on the roof, they were in the building.
Yeah, and supposedly, like just before the shooting, a bunch of people had yelled that there was a shooter.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
I guess one of the cops boosted another cop up. He lifted up.
Yeah.
He saw the shooter. He turned and pointed the gun at the cop. And the cop dropped back down, and he was like kind of stuck. Wow. And the other cop that was down supposedly called it in. And within, I don't know, so many seconds after that, he started firing. But at that point, once that's called in and it was on the channel that see everybody's on, they should have instantly went boom, pull them. There's an imminent threat.
Here's where I'm going to jump to, because I think everybody that's interested in this has most of the story. It's okay. How many of you believe that it happened the way it happened?
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Yeah. I think, listen, we have the master showman.
Yeah.
I'm going, this is where I'm going to go the coincidence theories on my side, okay? is you got the master showman of showmans up on the stage right now. I'm believing this is production to me. This is a production where, here's the thing, they've been screaming for Reese. You got Tucker Carlson on there talking about they're going to take him out, they're going to assassinate me, whatever. I get up, I'm like the Undertaker. I get hit, you hear the doom, then he tells, get my shoe, hold on. And then I'm raising my fists up before you. It was all, to me, it was too much like stage, theatrics, this is just rallying the base anymore. See, they out here trying to kill us, they out here, again, it's just a whole narrative. To me, this is just how I feel. This is what I'm saying. I just, there's no way in shape or form that you got a 20-year-old kid that's going to come up here and, I mean, and maybe so, going to take him on his own and say, he's not experienced in shooting fucking rifles, ARs and stuff like that, and says, you know what, I'm going to kill this man. I just think there's more to it, though. And like I said, is you got the Secret Service that's looking at the cat, right? You got, like you said, you got fucking police officers that are looking at the cat. You got people and nobody's fucking doing anything. Everybody's like, nah, I'm just going to just like sit back and chill. And then once the shots are fired, then everybody reacts and then shoot, now it's time to shoot the fucker,
And I mean, yeah, they let 3 minutes go by when people brought it to their attention.
Yeah.
You even see the interview with the guy with the one of the Magma hats.
Yeah.
Talking about it too, how he said he grabbed the Secret Service cops let him know. And they said it was about 2 to 3 minutes before anything, then the shots started ringing out. So they gave him a heads up. A lot of people were pointing up there. So again, doesn't make any sense. Again, but and I got so many places to go with this. But again, I want people to understand too. This kid was now he wasn't paid. BlackRock made a statement on that. But do your homework on who BlackRock is, what they own. They damn near own everything. We talked about it before. And the kid just happens to be in a BlackRock commercial with this other teacher.
Right.
It's just, I mean, again, there's people screaming, and I'm not going to say this all. They say, is he a crisis actor? Do they use him for this? Is it MK Ultra, where they, drop a keyword and he just does it? He's the patsy.
Right.
Again, is it what's it called? Is it people trying to take Trump out? Is it Trump trying to look like he's, the savior and the hero?
Right.
But here's the thing: if you're going to do that, you don't want someone firing an AR because those, like you said, they're not that accurate
people lost
from
their
that
lives.
range, and people lost their lives. Let's say even if you're going to stage that, so there's a lot of people saying that that kid wasn't actually the shooter. The shooter was actually another
is the shooter ever really the shooter?
Another like 300 yards behind that in another building, and that the shooter was the actual with a sniper rifle from back there. Was that the case or not? I don't know. I mean, but these are all the rumors that people fuel. But at the end of the day, a life was lost. 2 others possibly could be lost because they're still, in some stage of being, in the hospital. I don't think either of them have been released. And like I said, last I heard they were both in critical condition. Who knows? But, and for people to say, oh, Trump, like anybody to say like either Trump or Biden tried to set that up, I just don't buy that. I don't think from either side. I don't think Biden's going to try to have.
No, I wouldn't say Biden sent somebody in to kill him.
But I mean, I've heard people on the right say that.
I've heard people say that, yeah.
And then people on the left are saying, oh, Trump set it up himself.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
here's the thing.
It might have just been a lone gunman, nut, or it could be something else more nefarious.
So here's the thing. Okay, and you brought up BlackRock, right?
Yeah.
This is all alleged. This is speculation. We're just throwing shit out there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't want people to fucking say, oh,
we're not buying any windows, are we?
Mitch Paul said, or fucking Greedy said this. What would be their motive?
Well, here's the thing. We knew the end game. We'd all be super, super wealthy because we'd be able to cash in on it.
Right.
Like that's the thing.
No, I will say this.
You don't have to put all the pieces together. Like we and Angela Lansbury, trying to solve the crime and go, this is exactly this. Because there's so much misdirection. There's so much, confusion. There's so much other stuff they're trying to, to get everybody on, like sensationalism, to get interest. You know what I mean? Like to pledge your side, to divide.
I got you. Well, you sent me an interesting piece.
Yeah. I got a point. I afterwards.
Yeah.
You
sent me an interesting piece.
Yeah.
And like I said in the DMs about the woman also said at the same time Israel had what did they?
Damascus?
They had attacked. What was it?
Damascus?
Damascus.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
it?
yeah.
And that happened on the same day.
Yeah, the same day, and that's like biblical portions.
Yes.
Now, this is the other thing that and I don't know if you guys heard about this, but Trump's got his Trump Media, DJT on NASDAQ.
Yeah.
A company, they're like $1 billion asset manager. What's the name I'm looking right now? Where is it? Austin Private Wealth on July 12th, which is the day before, took a 12 million share position shorting Trump's media company stock. And then the next day, obviously and his media company, if he gets assassinated, he is the media company.
Yeah, gotcha.
So they shorted it, and
then it skyrocketed.
And supposedly, and I don't know if this is true or not or whatever, but somehow BlackRock may be involved in them or have money with them or something of that.
Again, keep in mind BlackRock. That's all. Keep in mind BlackRock. That's a big piece to this. Coincidence or not. Again.
But I just want to say, for the record, I love BlackRock.
Yeah.
BlackRock.
So
they could do no wrong.
Here's what's funny to me though, real quick. Man, people need to be accountable. This is the part that really gets on my nerves. And again, I don't care politics. I tell everybody, man, left wing, right wing, same bird. This is all for show. This is all to divide. It's all to make people feel like they have a voice, a team in this, an allegiance in this, almost like their own gang. That's really where we're gotten to. And it's again, it's in this day and age, you need that dopamine hit. You need these sensationalism headlines, and you need to do them every so often because otherwise people lose interest. And again, then this is a big ass puppet show. The world we know is not what it seems. Again, I'm going to say this 100 times so it breaks down in people's heads. We live in a country that is the jails are the most populated in the world, but yet the prisons that they put people in are private prisons that people privately profit for. Keep that in mind, and then they change the rules for that shit. Keep also in mind, regardless of which president it was, Trump or Biden, guess what? The owners of Amazon and them are still cheating on their taxes. Like again, we always hear, oh, the Republicans are for the rich and these are for the poor. Either one, the mega wealthy don't count. They're already their laws. The laws are designed to protect them, and they do the shit in different countries. The Apples of the world, the Bill Gates, they don't pay the shit. We do. People wake the fuck up. The war on drugs that they sat there. The war on drugs. They sat there and Nancy Reagan and all this other shit, George Bush, Senior. And then they flew the shit in through the CIA. Like they flew the shit in. Again, at a certain point, wake the fuck up.
Right.
And yet, for some reason, we want to hold this government because it's a safe place in our head. Like, here's the thing. If you've ever either cheated on somebody you've loved or they've cheated on you, okay, think about this for a second. That's the person you love. Love.
Right.
Ride or die, et cetera, et cetera. And you're going to do something foul, they're going to do something foul to you, right? And it's going to be for your own, whatever it is, selfishness, their selfishness, how they're feeling, whatever it is, then they may even justify it. But if you've ever seen it, been a part of it, done it, how would you give benefit of the doubt to the government? Like, these are people you love. They don't even know you. Right. But yet, for some reason, we seem to think they care about us and want to do things right.
Right.
Like, and anybody else that comes in and goes, hey, prove it to us. Or shows this, and this. Oh, you're just a conspiracy guy, or you're just a quack. And really, I think the other people are the freaking idiots because they're just scared children. They're scared children that want to live comfortably, want to chase their goals and dreams, and this interferes with it. So they can't wrap it around their heads because everything they have been taught and trained is fugazi. And again, nobody's prepared for that, but the people that run the world know that. I'll just say this. Here's what's funny, though. Okay, so I've been a conspiracy theorist. I've questioned stuff since Columbine, when the kids were saying that there were people in black military gear on the roofs with grenades and different things like that. The Vegas shooting, the 500 911 calls that were all different. Like those are facts. Those calls came in, people said those things. But yet, a lot, and again, I don't care left or right, but I'm going to use the left as an example. A lot of left mentality right. You can't say that, that's insensitive. You're an asshole and blah, blah, blah. I'm angry at you. I hate you. I'm going to unfriend you. I'm going to do this and I'm going to hate you. Not only this, but because of how you're thinking. Oh, the insurgents at the Capitol, January 6th, right? Again, if it serves you well, you're like, he's a criminal and this and this and this. And you completely ignore the FBI hearings where they said, we can't confirm that guy that was trying to start the riots. Like everybody's loyal to their side. They don't want the truth. Again, because I'm seeing now people go, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake. What happened to all that insensitivity shit on people dying and stuff? That goes out the window. It's just like my body, my choice.
Insensitivity too. It's like all the people, the people on the left that were posting, it sucks that he missed. He could have could have took care of our problem.
And I'm not just knocking the left, but again, they've been the ones for so long going, you can't say this shit and you can't do this unless it's me doing it. Then I can do it. And again, and then I'm tired of that shit, man. Like I'm tired of, like I said, I called it out, my body, my choice, and then except when it came to the jab, nope, everybody needs to get it.
Yep.
And then now they're sitting here acting like they never said that.
Yep.
And again, that's just a fact. Those are facts. Mm-hmm. And the same mentality, oh, you can't talk about that. That's conspiracy, you conspiracy weirdos and blah, 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 blah. No, that's critical thinking. It's critical thinking when you take certain things that don't make sense and you use your own discernment and your life experience. You don't just believe the next guy that has an agenda, and that agenda has been proven time and time and time again. And again, that's the part that pisses me off. And people will never see it. They'll just keep calling it out one way. They'll keep sending their pieces. And one more thing I'm going to add. I'm not a left or right person. To the right side of the shit, all the people that worship fucking Trump and think he's draining the swamp, not one person can answer me his relationship with the Rothschilds, back in the 80s when they bailed him out of the Taj Mahal, and then they sold the Taj Mahal to Merv Griffin, the game show host, and then bought it back pennies on the dollar afterwards. The Rothschilds, who, if you do your history and the families and all that shit, they're heavy, like the Rockefellers, the JP Morgans and stuff. Not one person that believes he's draining the swamp, which aren't those the people in the swamp? Not one person can explain that, or how the right-hand man for the Rothschilds, Wilbur Ross, back then, and look up they're wiping out the articles, but it's still there. They bailed him out of the Taj Mahal. Wilbur Ross was the person overseeing it, and then Trump puts him in his cabinet in 2016. So how's he going to get rid of those people? Mm-hmm. He's in bed with those people.
I'm telling you.
It's all part of the same shit.
Right, neither of them care about you.
No, they don't.
And people are getting all worked up, and they're going crazy, and they're losing friends and losing family over shit. About people that don't give a fuck about you, don't care, never have cared.
Yeah.
They just want your tax dollars, and they want to be able to decide how they're going to spend your tax dollars to make them and their friends wealthy. That's what it comes down to. That's what everybody's battling for.
And again,
is the tax dollar.
We talk about all this other shit. This is the new enslavement. It really is.
What's that?
They tie you into this financially, the taxes on it. Again, we have to pay our taxes,
Right.
the taxes, the trickle down of the capital gains. Again, we pay taxes on something when we purchase it. We pay taxes on something when we hand it to somebody. They pay it when they die.
Here's the thing. You speaking to the choir. I pay 26%.
No,
on the fucking check that you guys would be fucking.
Oh, I get it.
On the money. Here's the fucking crazy thing. On the money that I'd already fucking have made.
Yeah, of course.
Having to fucking pay taxes on that shit. The 20. I'm talking. I stroke 6-figure checks. Man.
And then let me say this. And for that kind of money, or any money that anybody's contributing, right? One, there shouldn't be a threat of Social Security going away. Two, there should be more. There should really be transparency as to where all this money's going. I mean, I was driving in California, and I'm sitting there going, the bridges tolls for the smaller bridge is $7. It used to be 50 cents when I was going to college.
Right.
It's $7. So for every $7. And then the Golden Gate and the Bay Bridge are a whole nother thing. They're like 7 and 9. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then the gas tax, and then the tax to live there, and then the property tax and the capital gains tax. Where's the audit? Again, we're freaking idiots because we let people run everything that aren't, from places that we don't even know, and there's no transparency in the stuff we're buying into. But yet we run around as idiots and go, and we buy into the shit, and we'll hold our friends and family accountable and call them names and be wrong sometimes, but we don't do that to these people.
No, I got you. I mean, it's but it's the way. I mean, the class system though.
It's the way we were programmed.
I know, but the class system been set up since fucking the dawn of fucking time.
Yeah, but what they've done is they've turned politics into sports.
Yep.
And you got your favorite team, and you're going to ride or die with your favorite team no matter what they do.
Exactly.
Just like if your favorite quarterback screws up and he, or your favorite basketball player maybe catches a rape charge in Colorado, possibly, you don't you look the other way because he's going to win your team a championship.
Okay, here, and only pushback I have on that, excuse me, Nick, only pushback I have on that is like as I feel like as we get older, maybe that's true. Like that would have been true for me, like in my 20s or early in my 30s. But as I get older, I see the world differently now. Okay, so when I vote based on what affects me on my day or what affects my family.
But you know what the difference is? Like you and like Mitch and like me, we're more thinkers. When you see these rabid people that are at these, that are diehard people that are wearing, the MAGA hats or whatever, or, crying because, Hillary lost the election, like where they're so emotionally attached and involved to this thing. You were talking about like the super fan. Like I'm a fan of like a basketball team. I don't start crying when they lose, but there are super fans and they've turned politics into, they've got super fans now. And they, like I said, they live or die by what happens at every race and every election because they have to have it their way and they got to, if so-and-so's elected, the world's going to be over. America, as you know, it's done. And if this guy wins, Arizona's going to go to shit and blah, blah. But nothing really ever changes. They just keep collecting the taxes, and we all buy into it, and everybody, like, they're raving fans. You get the raving fans on both sides.
Think about this, and I know we're kind of off on time, but we live in a world where the words influencer is a big deal, followers is a big deal, and again, followers and influencers. So if you think about that, that word wasn't just made up; that was designed, and it's designed probably from the same plan that they originally had with this shit, and again, it's followers and influencers.
Gotcha. All right, man. Well, hey, we come to the end of the show. We just got a few minutes left.
Yep.
Mitch, give me something.
All right. So since I was going back, home for a funeral, and again, this is cliche. We've said this before, but again, and value the people that are in your lives. You shouldn't need a reminder. You want to make sure you let the people know that they mean something to you, that you love them, that you care for them, because you just never know when you're going to get the opportunity again. I know we say it all the time, but it's just a good time to remind people, and then also let the petty stuff go too, man. Like especially if you're getting older, man, let the petty stuff go. I mean, again, it's not the way to live life. Like when we're talking about all this doom and gloom shit, or it can sound like it sometimes. Again, my motto is enjoy the good people, the good energy. My friend that passed, again. He wasn't wealthy. None of that shit matters. He wasn't materialistic. He didn't have this. Really thought he had a bad break in life. He didn't get the right cards, man. He really didn't. And like I said, he was one of those people. If I ever won the lottery, I was taking care of him for life, and I promised that. More so than myself. Because I just felt he never got that break. But guess what? His currency was above this world, in my opinion, because it was how people feel about you when you walk in a room, genuinely. How you make them feel, how they feel about you, how they talk about you in your memory, how they, they smile, or they have that good feeling of your presence and of what you mean. And we can all strive to be that, and then we also have to appreciate that. And don't take anything for granted with the people you love.
There you go. Grady, what you got?
I'm just going to say, again, a couple more passings this past week. From my childhood that brought back some memories. I started thinking about old shows, but we had Bob Newhart died today.
Oh wow!
And then Richard Simmons died this past week.
Yep.
And just both, if you think of like icons from like even like the 70s and 80s. I mean, especially Richard Simmons 80s, maybe 90s. Just it's crazy how as we get older, these people that we grew up with that were like the stars or were famous, they're starting to drop off. So. Rest in peace, R.I.P. to both Richard Simmons.
And don't forget, and also Shannon Doherty from 90210.
Oh, and Shannon Doherty.
Oh, really?
90210.
She passed?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
because I knew there was one more.
Yeah, there was one more. So
Wow.
R.I.P. to those three.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. That kind of changes my thought of the day, bro. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. Man, I mean, this shows Father Time is undefeated, and so man, first of all, we just got to be appreciative of every day that we wake up. Kiss your loved ones and stuff like that. I mean, all three of us on here got someone that's close and dear and special to them. When we get home, just love on them a little bit. I saw you loving on your cat, so definitely, kiss them and stuff. But just be appreciative of what you got, man, because like I said, tomorrow ain't promised. So, all right, we out. 2 on the 10. Love you.